What if I told you that one of the world's most high-profile missing person cases may be closer to being solved? A suspect has been identified, but the truth remains elusive. This is the story of Madeleine McCann's disappearance. On the night of May 3, 2007, Madeleine McCann, a vibrant 3-year-old with bright eyes and a smile that could light up a room, disappeared from her bed in a holiday apartment in Praia da Luz, Portugal. Her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, had tucked her in along with her younger twin siblings before heading out to dinner with friends just a short walk away. But when Kate returned around 10 p.m., Madeleine was gone. What happened that night sparked a global manhunt, endless media coverage, and public debates that still rage on to this day. And the biggest question of all, where is Madeleine McCann? The McCann family was like any other. In 2007, a couple from the UK who loved their kids deeply and wanted a simple, carefree vacation. But this trip was destined to become a nightmare. After Madeleine's disappearance, the small, sunny town of Praia da Luz was flooded with police, journalists, and search teams. This wasn't just a local missing person case, it became an international obsession. And it wasn't long before fingers started pointing in all directions. 2007 to 2010, initial search efforts included the local police and the Portuguese Criminal Investigation Unit, but they were fraught with challenges. The media speculation cast suspicions on Madeleine's parents, though those allegations were eventually dismissed. Interpol and private detectives also got involved, expanding the investigation across Europe. 2011 to 2013, the British police reopened the case under Operation Grange, re-examining thousands of pieces of evidence. They worked closely with Portuguese authorities, exploring new leads, but none led to Madeleine's recovery. 2020, a major development came in 2020 when German police revealed Christian Bruckner, a convicted sex offender, as a prime suspect. They claimed to have concrete evidence linking him to Madeleine's disappearance. Let's talk about the first suspect. Early on, police zeroed in on a man named Robert Marat, a British-Portuguese man living in Praia da Luz. His house was close to the McCann's apartment, and he seemed overly eager to help with the investigation. However, there was no concrete evidence linking him to the crime, and he was eventually cleared of suspicion. But as quickly as Marat faded into the background, attention shifted in a shocking direction, towards the McCanns themselves. The idea that the parents were involved in Madeleine's disappearance spread like wildfire in the press. The Portuguese police, desperate for answers, began to scrutinize Kate and Jerry's every move. Their composure was deemed unnatural, and media outlets spun wild theories that they had accidentally killed their daughter and staged the abduction. In September 2007, just 4 months after Madeleine disappeared, Kate and Jerry McCann were declared arguidos, or formal suspects, in Portugal. It was a surreal and devastating moment for the couple. But despite the pressure, no evidence emerged, and in July 2008, they were cleared as suspects. Now, fast forward to 2020. 13 years after Madeleine's disappearance, a major breakthrough came when German authorities named a new prime suspect, Christian Bruckner. Bruckner, a convicted rapist and child sex offender, was living in Praia da Luz around the time Madeleine went missing. He had a history of violent crimes, including the 2005 rape of a 72-year-old woman in the very same resort. German prosecutors declared that they had concrete evidence that Madeleine was dead and that Bruckner was involved. But they didn't reveal what that evidence was. As of 2024, Bruckner remains in prison, serving a sentence for unrelated crimes. He denies any involvement in Madeleine's case, but investigators haven't given up. So, what's the evidence? What do they know that we don't? German authorities have kept their cards close to their chest, but here's what we do know. Phone records place Bruckner near Praia da Luz on the night Madeleine disappeared. He also had a history of breaking into holiday apartments and was known to drive a camper van that's been linked to the investigation. Police even dug up one of his old properties in Germany, searching for clues. But to this day, no solid forensic evidence, like DNA or fingerprints, has tied him directly to Madeleine's disappearance. Still, the theories are wild. Some believe Bruckner may have kidnapped Madeleine with the intention of trafficking her. Others suspect he may have killed her soon after taking her. And then there's the unsettling possibility that someone else could be involved, someone we haven't even heard of yet. But here's where things get even murkier. Despite the growing suspicion around Bruckner, he was recently acquitted of 5 unrelated sexual offenses in a German court in 2024. So, while he remains in prison for other crimes, there's still no official charge for Madeleine's disappearance. Will we ever know what really happened to Madeleine McCann? Or will this case remain an unsolved mystery, keeping the world guessing forever? The disappearance of Madeleine McCann is a case that has fascinated and horrified the world for nearly 2 decades. The pain her family endures, the relentless media coverage, the accusations, the theories, it's a story that won't fade from memory. As we wait for justice, we're left with one haunting question: will the truth ever come to light? Until then, the world holds its breath. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more real crime stories. Please subscribe and comments.